What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matrius. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is ShadowFaxx. The map is Tundra, and this is a best of 3 for the Bubez Champions League. Some of the best players in the world competing in this league, and honestly, some of the best games being played in the past couple of weeks, or the past week or two, that I've seen in quite some time. Everyone competing at a super high level, and all the games have been incredibly close. So I'm hoping that this trend continues as we make our way through the crazy amount of games that are going to be coming to you. So Matrius over here, we know him. He's a bit of a crowd favorite. He's he forgot to build villages. He's one of those players who, because he plays sort of a off meta pick. He plays Poseidon, who by a lot of metrics is just not quite as good as, say, Zeus. Because he does that, he's quite popular, and he sticks to it. He sticks to his Poseidon, regardless of the situation, regardless of the matchup, and he tries to play around it and make it work in any of the poor matchups that Poseidon might have. But it's an interesting one, and I appreciate players like Matrius who like to take the hard road instead of jumping straight on the flavor of the month, or that's the strongest gods to get their wins, because you can get some really, really interesting games with Matrius playing just because he's such a unique player. ShadowFaxx, on the other hand, if you don't know who this guy is, not surprised by that so much. He's a Nilla player, and if you don't know what Nilla means, that's the original game. He's one of those OG fanboys, and he's actually currently ranked 1 on the Nilla ladder on Bubez, and there's not a lot of players that can compete with him over on that platform. He knows the game inside and out over there. And he's actually been playing quite a bit of Titans leading up to this tournament as well. He played incredibly well in the Bill Gregg Open as well. I think I can't remember who he lost to, but he got top 16 in the BGO. So a very strong player in his. I think he might have lost to Shelty actually. So losing to a really strong player in Shelty as well. So he's someone to look out for, and it's been 6 months plus since the Bill Gregg Open. So these players can definitely have leveled up since then, and I won't be surprised to see ShadowFaxx doing quite well in this tournament indeed. But I mean, doing well, even doing average in this tournament is actually admirable, because you're playing against the best players in the game currently, the best active players in the game. So Matrius over here is throwing up his temple. He's got his build happening. He's got 2 villagers on gold, 2 villagers on wood. He's already eating these aurochs over here. He's left his caribou, and he's hunting nice and far out. I like this wall here from Matrius. It's going to prevent any sort of easy raids onto this location, forcing the army to come through this way instead. And it's also opening up this town center to be grabbed here as well. Over here in the left side of the map, we have Thundercloud Shoal, which is a negative 5% human and Atlantean pierce vulnerability here. And in the right side of the map, we have the Canopic Jar of Imseti, which is a 15% negative infantry training time, which honestly, I think it's a pretty underrated relic there. You could probably grab that one, and you can just sit on 2 longhouses for the Ulfsarks, and just like they spam very, very fast, going down to like 8-second train times, or just under 8-second train times. So pretty crazy fast, honestly. So we'll see if that's picked up or not in this game. House coming up for ShadowFaxx. He's on his way through Freya, 95%, nice and fast. And Matrius going to be slightly behind the curveball here, throwing up walls as if he's against against like a, what do you call it, like a Hermes from like a Zeus player or something. Maybe thinking about grabbing this town center, to be honest. What's his resources sitting at? He's got not quite enough food or gold for anything. No town centers or anything like that. It looks like he's just throwing up walls everywhere. Going to be playing very defensive at the start of this game as the units or the villagers are moving forward onto the caribou. We've got Ulfsark spamming out walls coming up over here as well for ShadowFaxx. House is going up everywhere and he's just getting started. And the Raven's checking everything out and it's looking like he's going to notice that he does not have the early pressure you might like. But with all of this being said, the forest fire for Odin here is actually probably better used to open up one of these positions here. We do see an idle villager here for Matrius. Looking like he's got 2 idle villagers here. It's really, really shocking. And we do see the forest fire will pick off 1 villager there, so that's huge. It is going to give Matrius 2 militia though. So one villager pick off, but giving Matrius 2 militia, which he does love to use. The Valkyrie now going to be making their way over onto this food source here. The Theseus completely out of position. Centaur in the back needs to get over here to defend this one. These villagers are going to get pushed off this location here. We've got the Ulfsar coming from the top, but there's no way through, but they will be able to push through this wooden wall here if they want to. And the Valkyrie going to be searching around, does spot this villager here, going to be going after the idle villager that Matrius has not touched for the past minute or so, it looks like. Theseus coming over here to try and pick off the Valkyrie. Valkyrie will be retreating away before it takes too much damage. The Centaur gets a big special attack onto the Valkyrie as she is going to try and make her way out of here, possibly through this wooden wall that ShadowFaxx is going to attempt to take down. Forest is just about burned up. I love this. Good micro from Matrius in order to pick off this Valkyrie here. Should be getting taken down by the town center fire there, and it will be very, very good position now for Matrius, not having to deal with that Valkyrie anymore. The wall going down slowly but surely, but the Centaur will be able to come over here and pick off these Ulfsark who are trying to bash through this, and that will force ShadowFaxx away from that location there. But he's had everything he's wanted so far in this early game. He's getting medium infantry out. He does have Lone Wanderer, so these are some speedy Ulfsark. The Hurts are going to be slowing them down quite considerably though. Should definitely consider putting them into a different sort of control group so he can move around the map a little bit easier. Given how defensive Matrius is playing here, if I'm ShadowFaxx in this game, I'm thinking about grabbing an immediate second town center and possibly a very aggressive second town center as well. Just because it's looking like he's not moving out of his base, not going to be able to deal with the Ulfsark and something like that. But it would be a bit of a risk there, I suppose. Going after some of these caribou as well, just making sure that these are not going to be an option for Matrius to kill here or eat later in the game. We just see the medium Hippocon coming in for Matrius. And the Ulfsark have spotted them, going to be retreating immediately. Hippolyta does get a quick shot there, and the Ulfsark will get away. It's very, very good. And is he still pumping out Ulfsark? Yep, the Ulfsark's still coming out. Same for Matrius, who's also going to be grabbing his husbandry now. And if we check out the resources, ShadowFaxx is just about ready to grab this town center, so he may actually be denied this one as the Hippocon are out here. But I think it looks like the army here for ShadowFaxx is possibly going to be completely finding to fight this one. Thank you so much for the prime there, 7. Welcome. Appreciate you, my friend. And these Ulfsark should be able to come around here and pick off quite a few of these Hippocon. But it's looking like Matrius just going to simply retreat, and I think ShadowFaxx should just grab a couple of these units and get his town center up while this is happening. But it's looking like Matrius is turning around, going to get a couple of hits off there. I like that, picking off one Ulfsark while he's turning around, but he's taking a lot of HP damage there, whereas ShadowFaxx just lost his one Ulfsark and trading now back into this position. If we check this out, ShadowFaxx ready to grab his second town center. Matrius, on the other hand, throwing up houses and just playing very defensive here. Still not opting for it. A little bit surprised they're throwing out another longhouse and then transitioning into what looks like raiding cavalry. There's no Toxotes getting built for Matrius, so I'm not sure I like the transition into raiding cavalry. There's the town center coming down now for ShadowFaxx, playing incredibly well. Does lose one Ulfsark here, but this is more of a scouting Ulfsark for ShadowFaxx. He's just noticing the army is out of position, so he can get this town center up quick smart with all of those Ulfsark there. Dwarves moving up onto this gold mine, already walls up everywhere for ShadowFaxx as well. Both players playing this one very defensively, which is definitely going to be an issue for Matrius come late game. If ShadowFaxx can get the Mythic Age through Balder here, he should have a really good time getting a gold starve and definitely picking off this town center a little bit later, being very open and out of the way. We just see a nice pick off here onto this Hippocon. Nice snipe there for ShadowFaxx. And he's going to be searching around. There's not a lot he can find, but the villagers are moving forward, potentially looking to grab this town center. The Raven is already over here. And the Ulfsark are moving in, going to spot these villagers, and he's going to be able to surround them. The army from Matris is coming in, and the villagers are going to try and make their way over, but he will be losing possibly one there. But after the Ulfsark will have to retreat. It looks like the villagers going for the Caribou and possibly going for this town center a little bit later. There is a ceasefire. However, I don't think that Matris wants to be using that one there. He wants to use it to deal with to deal with the frost that comes from the standard Skadi that ShadowFaxx will go for. Nice micro there, by the way, from Matrius. Pull those Ulfsark in and push these and keep his Hippocon alive there. So nice play there. And ShadowFaxx just going to be chilling here. He's got this town center has been quite nice. He's only got one Auroch on there, unfortunately. I think there was a lure there that pulled a different Auroch away, but he can just get an ox cart and go hunting around the corners here. But Matrius is really on top of his raid, so I don't know how much value you can get out of hunting that far away from your base, unless you're really putting the pressure on while you're doing it. It's kind of very risky. We see the Catastropus coming in, going to be checking this out, sees nothing around this town center at all. This could be a pretty aggressive army movement here. Do we see any sort of attempt to get to the next age here? We see Matrius is actually looking like he wants to go there. He's got an armory up already. He's actually going through Aphrodite. This could be this classic semi-fast mythic here that, oh, nice raid yet again from ShadowFaxx. As I said, this could be this classic semi-fast mythic that Matrius loves to do. He's actually just grabbing his town center though. The curse is huge in this matchup because these are Ulfsark. They've only got 88 HP, and the way that curse works is it's HP based. And we just see a storehouse that'll block this location there. Matrius has been playing some AoE too. Using those building placements is very big, but honestly, if these Ulfsark ran into Matrius's base there, I think it would have been a bad time for him. We do see the Aphrodite coming through, and those Ulfsark all get picked off, and he moves down to 101 population, but Matrius is also on 101 population. There's a beautiful ghost building there by Matrius. Going to pick off the rest of these Ulfsark here, forcing out a frost there from ShadowFaxx, and there is the ceasefire. And while this is here, these Ulfsark can't get out of here. They're completely trapped. And he's going to lose them anyways. That frost is completely counted. Will we see any villagers moving forward? No villagers moving forward. Skadi has come through for ShadowFaxx as well. 115 pop to 109 pop. And you know what would be actually kind of crazy good here for Matrius would have been deleting this town center or this settlement during this ceasefire, putting the market down and just going through Artemis and then going for those Chimera raids that he loves. But the big problem for him is going to be gold mines here. So we'll see if ShadowFaxx can make this work or not. Do we have any sort of we have winter harvest coming through for ShadowFaxx. He's moving into the crazy food boom that Odin has, getting that third town center up. We do have Nemean Lions here, but Nemean Lions are strong, but not against Frost Giants. Odin does have one of the best counters to myth unit spam here, just in the Frost Giants. They're just as good as, say, like a Medusa or an Argus or something like that, but they're able to be built in the heroic age. So the Nemean Lions can be looking for some raids, but hopefully ShadowFaxx can get out some Frost Giants to deal with them. You see the Hippocon moving forward now, checking out the resources yet again. Matrius is really looking close towards the Mythic Age. You've got an Atlanta to come out to try and pick off this Frost Giant here as this army is pushing in these units for ShadowFaxx moving over, and he's going to try and defend against this as the Hersa are onto those Nemean Lions. The Atlanta immediately starting to jab away at the Frost Giant there. The Frost onto the Nemean Lion will be huge though, because the Hersa will be able to pick off this very, very fast. Town Center is helping out in this fight. Another Frost Giant comes in. A bunch of Centaur are here, and there's another Centaur getting, or another Myth unit getting frozen there as ShadowFaxx is able to defend this one easily. And that's going to be really difficult for Matrius, but it will help keep ShadowFaxx in the classical, or in the heroic age, I should say, while he's looking to go towards the mythic age. Really short on the gold though, as he's still pumping out units, lost quite a few there, and I don't think he's built a market just yet. I don't see the market up anywhere. As Mattress is, or there's the market there, so he will be trying to advance to the mythic age, and I think it's very shortly he'll be able to advance there. There's the Artemis there coming through as ShadowFaxx is booming away here. But even if ShadowFaxx loses this location to an earthquake, he's already kind of gotten out of it what he wants. Actually, just stop building villages from it, which is stop building villages from everything here, which is a little bit strange. Not sure if that's an auto queue situation or something like that. Looks like ShadowFaxx is actually playing full Miller style, no auto queue at all. So that's interesting. But I think even if ShadowFaxx loses this location to an earthquake, so long as he doesn't lose too many villages and just retreats away, the Ragnarok will come in very fierce. We do see this army is going to come over here and hit these villages pretty hard. He's going to get quite a few villager kills. The Nemean Lion does so much damage to all of them, and so many of these villages are getting picked off. 1, 2, 3, 4 villagers getting picked off. Probably going to pick off a 5th villager here as well, as the Atlanta chases him down. Not going to choose to go for it, turning around onto this Gatherer as ShadowFaxx's army coming around here. And we do have Artemis right now at 70% completion. The Frost Giant gets straight onto the Nemean Lion though. Going to pick that one off incredibly fast. Atlanta, or Hippolyta here, getting picked off as well as she's trying to get out of there. Nice snipe from ShadowFaxx. That's a big hero to be picking off. Dwarves getting pumped out right now, but the raid now coming on to ShadowFaxx's gold mine over here in the corner here. It's looking like for some, how did he get in there? Must have snuck right through the base of ShadowFaxx, and ShadowFaxx not paying attention to this at all, losing this dwarf, or just about to be losing this dwarf. There's Matrius's mythic age through Artemis now. The Atlanta coming over here. There's the earthquake into the main base of ShadowFaxx, losing a house, losing a temple, losing 3 houses, excuse me. Sentry tower, town center goes down. The longhouse will probably survive, and another sentry tower does go down. These dwarves are going to have to retreat here, maybe going straight through this wooden wall to come onto the gold mine, but he hasn't turned it into a gate just yet. Looking like he's just in a mess here, but he's putting on the pressure onto this gold mine, pushing off that gold there. But Matrius has got 2 gold mines over here to be using as this is going on. The dwarves still getting chased down by 3 Hippocon. Just turn around and fight it, my friend. Turn around and fight it. What are you doing? And ShadowFaxx is he's in complete chaos right now. Economy is in absolute ruin. He's not close to the mythic age at all, and the Chimera coming in to just eat these villages up like they are nothing. They do so much damage to this, and as soon as their special attack comes back, they'll be able to pick off even more of these villages here. The Jarls are out, but they're only Ulf Jarls. They're strong and they do a lot of damage to these Chimera, but they're not going to be that useful. There's another huge fire breath onto these villages, and the Hersa are going to be trying to chase the Chimeras away here. And there's the Balder from ShadowFaxx. Apparently my button's not working there. ShadowFaxx now sitting at 243 population. The Hippaspis coming in here, but now the Chimera are not going to be worth all too much. As of the Heroes of Ragnarok, we'll be able to pick them off very, very easily. Now we see immediately Heroes of Ragnarok making their way into this location to jump onto the gold mines. This is only 1 gold mine here that's being gathered from, and the Heroes of Ragnarok are already in here. I love this from ShadowFaxx. He knows exactly what he needs to do with these Heroes of Ragnarok. The Hippocons doing pretty much just going to get picked off here in the back, and there is even some Ox cards here for ShadowFaxx as well. So while this is all in, if he gets the damage done, it's going to be huge. Do some Hippaspis coming out to defend against this raid, and the rest of this Ragnarok army going to be coming in to take down this town center right now. The Chimera turning around onto these units here, but the Heroes of Ragnarok do so much damage. They have a 300% bonus against myth units, and they already do a crazy amount of damage here. The upgrades are only copper mail and copper shields, and Matrius decides in this moment to tap out without even attempting to survive this attack. GG. Well played by ShadowFaxx. Obviously, this one's just come down to a gold star and some respect given to ShadowFaxx that he has the amount of villages or Ragnarok heroes left here to continue But I mean, I think he probably could have hung in here for another couple of minutes just to see. I think tapping out early against a Ragnarok is always prematurely at the very least is a bit unfortunate. But well played by ShadowFaxx. I mean, the pressure he put on early, got a nice pick off with the Forest Fire on the Valkyrie, defended raids, chumped Aegis really nicely, just played the macro side impeccably well, managed to chase Matrius, who was going for the crazy fast mythic here, or semi-fast mythic, and I feel like Matrius' push here on this town center delayed his mythic age just a little bit too much. If he waited to click up and then go, then he possibly could have prevented ShadowFaxx from getting as much of a win there that he did in that fight. Anyways, GG, first win for ShadowFaxx. We'll move on to game number 2 very shortly. If you are enjoying the content, please hit that follow button or the subscribe button on YouTube, and I'll see you in the next game.